Hey, I want to take a moment tonight to make a really quick video. I haven't been paying much attention to YouTube right now. I'm not really trying to make a lot of videos, not having a lot of time to watch YouTube. I've got family in visiting. In fact, in about 4.5 minutes, it's December 7th, which is Pearl Harbor Day, and my birthday, which is why I've got family in, why I haven't been paying a lot of attention to YouTube right now, probably won't for the next week to 10 days. Well, it seems like while I wasn't paying attention, some shit has gone down. Because I started getting all these emails today about, what are you going to do about James Yeager getting banned from YouTube? Well, I hadn't known at that point that James Yeager had gotten himself banned from YouTube. And I do say gotten himself banned, because let's not forget, James Yeager isn't just some sweet little old church lady that they threw off YouTube. This guy had a strike for threatening to kill some people. Then he got another strike for threatening to kill some different people, and, you know, strikes for other things too, probably. So people have been asking me, oh, but do you think he should be unbanned? Because it seems like everybody's jumping on this bandwagon of unban James Yeager. Even though I don't agree with James Yeager at all, and he's definitely not the guy I want representing me. There's only so many times you can threaten to kill people that I'm like, you know, maybe you're not in my group. You know, it's kind of like, you know, if you're a member of Scout Leaders of America or something like that, there's only so many times you let some guy show up with, you know, like bottles of baby oil and a Polaroid camera before you go, you know, maybe you aren't part of our group anymore, because you're giving the rest of us a bad name. So, I mean, James Yeager's not someone I really want to be associated with, to be honest. But people are asking me, well, what do you think about him getting kicked off YouTube? Do you support unbanning James Yeager? Well, to be honest with you, I do support unbanning James Yeager. I will definitely call for him to be unbanned. I don't think YouTube will listen to us, but I don't like the idea that he's been banned. Because let's face it, I don't like what he says, but I don't like him being silenced either. If his videos aren't advertiser friendly, then demonetize him. They've pretty much demonetized all the gun channels anyway. Demonetize him completely. I've got no problem with that. That's YouTube's choice. If you think his videos aren't suitable for children, well, then make it age restricted. Because I understand protecting children from content on the internet. I think that should be a parent's job more than YouTube's job. But, you know, I would understand if they said, oh, you're age restricted now because, you know, you're threatening to kill people all the time. So I would be okay with that. Or threatening to duel with people or whatever it is he's doing all the time. But the idea of silencing him, to me, that's dangerous. I think everyone should be allowed to be heard, or not actually be heard, but they should be allowed to speak. We have the right to not listen to them and not be associated with them. Now, I know everyone says, well, united we stand and divided we fall, and I understand that's true to a point. But like I said earlier, sometimes there's some people you don't want in your group. You can't just unite with everybody. You can't unite, if you're fighting a battle, if the guy behind you is a mercenary that's more concerned with money than he is principle, and he's only there because you paid him $1. Well, if the other side gets word of that and says, well, hey, we'll give you $1.50, he'll shoot you in the back in a second. I don't want to stand united with that guy. I don't want to stand united with people I don't trust. And like I said earlier, I don't want to stand united with people who make me look bad. There's only so many times I tell somebody, you know, shut the fuck up. You're making all the rest of us look like idiots before I don't want to be associated with that person. I don't want them in my group. But that doesn't mean I want them silenced. And what YouTube is doing is silencing someone that they disagree with. If YouTube is going to be an open platform to everyone, which they advertise their platform as, and if they're going to use the internet, which is a public utility, to make money, I think they should be open to all taxpayers, all citizens, like James Yeager, like myself. So I don't agree with them banning him whatsoever. He's got every right to stand on his soapbox and say what he wants to say. You don't have to monetize it. You don't have to endorse it. No one believes that YouTube is endorsing something that a crazy person says if they say it on YouTube. It's not hard to understand, hey, everyone's got a right to say what they want. We don't discriminate. We just won't endorse them by giving them money or anything like that. That's fine. And for people who say, we're going to boycott you because you're there, well, then just tell those people you don't believe in the First Amendment, so fuck you. We'd rather not have your business. But YouTube is a business and they want to make money, so I guess they do bow to pressure sometimes. But like I say, there's a difference between demonetizing them, making them maybe a little bit more controlled content for children. But when it comes to just total censorship, I don't believe in it at all. I think James Yeager should be there. I think he should be allowed to say what he wants to say. Just like I think racists should be allowed to say what they want to say. I think Muslims should be allowed to say what they want to say. It's up to us whether we want to listen to them or not. And we are not guilty by association just because we're on the same platform as them. So I want James Yeager unbanned. I think that this is a horrible thing that they have banned him, that they have silenced him because they don't agree with him. I don't like that. He's not, I mean, who seriously takes it, things like that on the internet seriously? Like if you said, oh, every time some guy in a gamer video said, I'm going to kill you, for something that they did to him, well, then we'd have no gamer videos. If you took every time two sassy girls doing makeup videos sitting there like, oh, I could just kill her. She's, okay, you just threatened someone, you're off the YouTube. If we start doing the same kind of shit they did to Yeager to other people, just because they say something that no one takes seriously, who's going to be left on the internet? But I'm getting totally off the topic here. I just wanted to say, basically, people that are asking where I'm standing, I don't agree with James Yeager. I think, sometimes I do on tactical stuff, but as far as like, just being alive things, I don't agree with him much at all, if ever. And I don't like him much as a person either. I think he's a little whiny baby that can't take any criticism, can't take differing opinions without, I'm going to kick your ass, because I've had personal experience with him. He's threatened to kick my ass at SHOT Show so many times I lost count. Go back and watch some of the live chats where he's like, you ever say that to my face? I'm like, I'm kind of saying it to your face right now. We're looking at each other, we're just not in the same place, but we will be. If you can't handle it like an adult, then, you do what you want to do. Plus, I've said a few times, I egged it on by saying, okay, I would say it to your face. I'd bend over and I'd say it to your face. But, my personal feelings about him aside, he's got a right to be heard. And I don't like the fact that a company that's making money off of a public utility is censoring citizens. I don't like it at all. So I am fully on the unban James Yeager bandwagon. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.